Alright guys, so today we are going off the grid. Right here we got a 200 watt solar panel kit, guys. Now, when you're looking into these things, guys, this is something really you need to look into, is these solar panel kits. Because you're pretty much getting a charge controller and all the wires for what it costs for 2 solar panels. So really, when you're wanting to install these little solar panel kits, guys, check out one of these little guys here, because they already have the crucial components that you're going to need for your simple solar installation. Now this ain't we're not blowing out 48 volts here, guys. You know what I mean? This is just a simple 12 volt, 24 volt setup, 200 watts. My buddy, he's got an off-grid cabin. He's wanting to be able to charge his phone, be able to get his batteries charged. He wants to maybe even put a television, radio, or a DVD player in his cabin, maybe a lamp. And this particular setup is going to do just that for him. I have a particular same setup on my pickup truck toolbox. Now it's only 100 watts. I only got one panel up there, but it still keeps my Milwaukee batteries charged, you guys. It's really something to have, especially if you're outdoorsman or you're off the grid, or even if you just to go out in the middle of the woods and have a fucking party. You know what I mean? You just build a power bank, which is exactly what we got right here. I can unhook this from my solar panels and then just take it with me. We're lit up. Got power. And this is the other crucial component you're going to need, guys, for a simple solar setup. Now, like I said, this setup right here, guys, is real good for just minor power consumption, guys. Little stuff: TVs, radio, laptops, phone, blender. I mean, all kind of different stuff with little power that push little power that can be used on this particular system. Now, like, it's not going to push. No, it's not going to push a house. You know, this thing ain't going to run no water heater or electric range or refrigerator. Not going to do that. That's a big upgrade. We're getting to that next. I actually have one of these kits on my house, but it's the 300 watt kits that I actually run a television, keep all my Greenworks batteries charged, out in my garage, totally off the grid. It's funny, guys, because I troll the shit out of the internet and people, and I guarantee it, there's some broad out there that think, oh, this tire burning wife beater, you know what I mean? There's no way he could fucking be reducing his carbon footprint. Looks can be deceiving. But anyhow, guys, these are real easy to do, and they're really useful. The one I have on my truck has already paid for itself, and the freedom of going up to a homeowner and doing a project and not having to ask them, hey, where's your power outlet that I can tap into, or taking a half hour to start up the fucking generator that doesn't want to start in the fucking cold. I mean, it's just absolute nightmare. You know what I mean? And we can just pull free power from the sun, guys. Now, the next crucial component you're going to need for your solar array, guys, is the power bank. Now, depending on where you're going to put your battery, really depends on what type of battery you should really be using. Now, you could technically use a simple car lead-acid battery with this setup, guys, and it will work. But the sad truth about lead-acid batteries compared to deep cycle batteries is their lifespan. You're only going to recharge and deplete a lead-acid battery so many times before it's absolutely completely dead. So what you want is, you know what I mean, deep cycle marine batteries. Now this one right here, like I said, my guy's doing his off-grid cabin. He wants his battery inside his cabin. So what we got here is an AGM battery, guys. AGM sealed battery, which means this battery does not emit vapors. It's not fucking going to kill you sitting in your damn kitchen. You know what I mean? It's going to work. Pretty simple, but just there's some things you really need to look into when you're doing these kits. Now the battery I have in my garage, lead acid, but the garage is wide open, so it's not really doing no harm. Better place for that type of battery. AGM, lead acid. Lead acid batteries will absolutely work, but you're looking at less lifespan, guys, and a more toxic battery. So just remember, if you are using a car battery in the apocalypse, keep that bitch outside. Don't be breathing it. Next, you're going to need a power inverter. Now, this little power inverter, we got it off Amazon for about 35 bucks, 400 watts. Now, this is absolutely going to do what he needs it to do. It has the mini C-type charger, has a USB charger, and it has two standard power outlets. And what we've done there is we just installed that power strip on there, so he can just plug that thing in whenever he wants to. But me personally, guys, you can go buy these power banks. I've seen some pretty good ones, but what I like about making my own power banks is if a component goes bad, say if this battery goes bad, you know, I'm only going to be without my power bank for as long as it takes me to get the AutoZone and back. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to have to wait for 2 weeks for Amazon to bring me a replacement power bank. I prefer to build them on my own. Now, and I went with the milk crates here, guys, because for one, nice to have this stuff compact, you know what I mean? Neat, clean, contained. You don't want just shit rattling around everywhere. Two, guys, this thing is ported. It's vented, which is absolutely good for this power inverter. Now, a lot of these power inverters got fans on them, and when you're using them, they kick on. But you still want air getting on this thing. You want this thing staying cool, which makes these little milk crates pretty optimal for this very reason. But this right here, guys, this little system right here is going to run his television, his radio, his DVD player, going to keep his phone charged, give him a little bit more comfort in his off-grid cabin. That was kind of funny. Technically, it's a shed, guys, but I'm not trying to make the dude sound demoralized. He's out there trying. I'm trying to help him. So I call it his cottage when I'm around him. You know what I'm saying? So he don't feel like I'm just trying to demoralize him and shit. But we're gonna get him more comfortable in there. We're gonna get him some power. I don't mind helping people who don't mind helping themselves. We're gonna make life a little more easier for them, guys. But super simple, guys. I see a lot of shit in the news about people getting burned on these solar contracts that they're doing, and like anything else in the world, guys, doing it yourself is so much cheaper than hiring the professional. I can put a solar grid on my house for probably under $15K, you guys, if I do it by myself. Now, if I was to call Top Pro A1, you're looking at $35, $40, maybe even $50,000 to install that shit. Fuck that. I got more time than money. But real simple to do, guys. Real easy. Free power. I've built shit off the power of the sun, you guys. Pretty cool.